Hello, in today's edition of Swarajya Explains, we would like to talk about alcohol and the judiciary. More specifically, we would like to talk about the Supreme Court order banning liquor sales up to 500 meters on national and state highways. A lot has already been said on this issue, the pros and the cons. But we here at Swarajya would like to look at it from a different perspective. We want to look at it in terms of the role of the judiciary here. The ban came about as a result of a public interest litigation that sought to curb drunk driving and the road fatalities caused by drunk driving. The court passed this order under Article 142 of the Indian Constitution. In a nutshell, Article 142 allows the Supreme Court to pass an order which is essentially like an executive order that is enforceable throughout India if it perceives it to be in the interest of justice in Indian society. But Article 142, according to convention and precedent, has only been used in extreme circumstances. It is not that the courts should not be allowed to weigh in on this issue or deal with issues of public concern, but they shouldn't be allowed to create laws out of thin air. And if you remember a while back during the Section 377 debate, the courts did the exact opposite. They simply just put their hands up and said, this is an issue for Parliament. We cannot do anything till Parliament passes legislation. The same institution cannot have two separate standards for two separate issues. Furthermore, the ban in itself hasn't really done that much either. Many states have just circumvented this ban by delineating what is and isn't a state highway. Judicial lawmaking, such as what we're seeing, is in clear contravention of constitutional principles. The Constitution enshrines a separation of powers, where the executive and the judiciary do not do each other's rules. And if the judiciary wasn't as well respected as it was in India, then this authoritarian diktat from a body of people unelected would be considered fascist. The courts really need to introspect here, and so do we as a society. Is this a case of judicial overreach? What do you think? Is this a case of judicial overreach? Or are there some instances or in extraneous circumstances where the courts must step in because we tend to have a dysfunctional or non-functional parliament? Let us know in the comments below.